Hello and welcome to the DIDIOTS podcast, episode 11, and we are talking about internal system relationships, dynamics, and things like that. So, like families, relationships, marriages, etc., etc., etc. So, yes. Yeah.
Get a gossip about all the alters that are dating.
Oh, yeah, it's so fun. I don't even know. We had a bunch more relationships, and then we had the big mass fusion, so I'm not sure what all the dynamics are right now. We haven't mapped the system in a long time, or even attempted to. But we have, like, mother-child relationships. We have, because we've had alters literally give birth in the headspace. So we have mother-child relationships. We have, like, relationships between alters. We have twins. We have just like siblings in general. We have an interject of our mother, which is like a weird relationship dynamic in and of itself because she's kind of like our mother and we think of her kind of like our mother.
You're a mom, boogie woogie.
So it's kind of just like, hey, we have another mom figure now. Because we were that person that would like adopt parental figures. So like people at school, we would call like the bursar at school was Mama so and so. The drama director was Mama so and so. And that was like the thing is everyone did it. They were just like the moms of the school that adopted everybody.
Yeah.
And so having another like mom figure in my brain isn't like a weird concept to me. And
yeah, we've got at least one whole ass family structure where there's the mom, the dad, and then like 4 kids. 5 kids.
Like, we have something similar. They don't see him as much of a dad because I don't know how it works. Because like, they view Elizabeth as their mom, but they don't view Adam as their dad, who is Elizabeth's significant other. So it's complicated, but the thing is she was with them while she was pregnant in headspace with these littles. So it's not like they were introduced to him later as this concept. They're just like, no.
Just no.
No.
Just dad title rejected. You've been unassigned, Dad.
You've been unassigned. I think it's probably our daddy issues.
That's fair.
But like, we have like, everyone in our system who's in a relationship is above the age of 18. Like, I know people with systems who have like some middles that are in relationships with other middles, but like, they're like very innocent relationships, obviously, because they're middles.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not like a foreign concept, but the fake claimers will be like, oh, your minor alters can't have a sexuality. I'm like, I knew my sexuality when I was in the 4th grade.
I was 13 goddamn years old when I figured out my sexuality.
How old was I in 4th grade? 9? I knew I liked girls at the age of 9.
And it took so 13 figured it out. Took till 21 to fully realize it.
If that ain't a mood. Well, like, I knew it in like 4th grade. I came out in 7th grade as a lesbian. Then came out as trans in 8th grade. And then sexuality changed a lot from there, and somehow we ended up at pan.
I feel that. That's a mood.
and non-binary. I was originally non-binary to begin with, but non-binary wasn't the term yet. It was only like genderqueer and gender fluid were the terms at that point. Non-binary as a term I hadn't found yet, or I didn't know existed yet. And so I found genderqueer and gender fluid, and my parents were like, no, those don't exist. And
I feel that.
And so I said, okay, then I'm a trans man. And they were fine with that.
It's like, all right, that's fine.
They're like, okay, yeah, we get that, but you can't be both or a neither. And I'm like, okay. And now I'm sitting here non-binary and just not telling them about it. Well, I can't tell two of them about it, but I'm not really telling the other one about it because I just don't want to deal with it.
That's a mood. Maybe we'll tell our family one of these days, but for now it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
It's already enough that we have to introduce them to the system. Getting into the gender stuff will come later.
Yeah, for us the gender stuff came first because we thought that it was just a trans thing. No, it turns out it was a male hosting thing. But I mean that doesn't stop the gender dysphoria and the fact that we have mostly males in the system and that we're still going to fucking transition and they can not, you know, the system can deal with it. But because I still have gender dysphoria on my record. Woo. Because no one said you can't have both. It's fantastic.
Ain't it so much fun?
Ain't it fun? Who is close to the front right now? So, I feel like the weirdest relationships for us are the ones that involve the host.
Yeah.
Because he feels like he's going insane.
Mm-hmm.
But we're real bestie. You're not...
Oh, I feel that.
It's because of his imposter syndrome, and we just feel bad for the poor lad, but like...
Oh, that's such a mood. Because, like, I'm the host, and I'm dating Vex. We're engaged. And then, like, Ajax sees me as his mom. Some of our littles see me as their mom.
A lot of our littles see... Like, a lot of our littles saw, like, Kari as more of a mom figure, but then Kari fused, and then they, like, kind of lost that, and I feel bad. But they know it's, like, for the better and things like that, and so now they have, like, Elizabeth and Sophie and other caretakers in the system. But for some reason, Monty is a caretaker. I just see him chasing the children sometimes. And they think it's hilarious. They love being chased by a big giant animatronic alligator in the headspace.
It's so much fun.
It's so great. I love being able to visualize everything though. I love being able to visualize everything because we can see our actual, like, what we actually look like and things like that. And, like, if we couldn't do that, I feel like that would suck.
We've got, like, some visualization for things. Like, we get glimpses of what goes on.
Like, we can't, like, visualize, like, everything, but, like, we can visualize, like, a lot. We can... It's that maladaptive daydreaming, baby. I don't know. But, like, as for host relationships, Carter is with me and Thomas. And Thomas is kind of like a co-host. And he's with I think he's with someone else besides Carter.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. It's another dude. I can tell you that much because Thomas is gay. I don't know.
I know, like... oh, man. What was I trying to say? Oh, yeah, there's... I feel like the whole council hooks up. In all honesty, I'm pretty sure.
That's fair.
So I know that Artemis and Luna are married, and they have, like, 5 kids.
We had a really big polycule at one point. Like a 4 or 5 person polycule. But then fusions happened. And I'm pretty sure none of those 5 are... Nope, I stand corrected. Colin is still here. I was going to say, I was going to say that none of them are here, but then I remembered someone is still here. But it was like when Carter was still around, like the Carter 1.0 was still around. It was Carter, Kari, Colin, Kathleen, and Ashton. And they all 5 were together. It was very complicated.
That sounds complicated.
But, like, and then there were more branch offs of that, but those 5 were those 5 were with each other. But then, like, Carter was with, like, 2 more people besides that. Kari was with, like, 3 more people besides that. And we're like, this is the problem. This is the problem we have with IRL dating, is that we can't find partners to do that. Because in all reality, this is just a reflection of what our actual dating life is going to be. Because we are open as poly, and it's just easier to date poly with a system.
It is, definitely.
Because it just makes life so much easier for because, like, some people will be involved in one person, some people will involve another person, then the feelings just don't mix, and it's fine.
It's like it all works out. So I feel like sometimes, like, I'm just gonna have to end up with another system because...
Oh, yeah, same. Same. They're gonna be the only ones that understand. And, like, because, like, on Facebook dating, we've been almost getting fetishized. It's like, people are literally swiping on us just to, like, befriend us because they want to know a DID system. And I'm like, I'm not on here for friends. This is Facebook dating.
Right? That's why it's just easier to date people in your own head.
Yeah, it is. Because they know what you want. Because they can kind of read your thoughts. And so communication doesn't get all jumbled. I mean, it still does. Especially because thoughts don't work half the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't understand why singlets... Like, I don't know. Because my therapist... I've talked to my therapist about this since our first relationship in the system. Our first relationship in the system was Kari and Carter. And they went to our therapist about it and were like, what do we do? And our therapist was like, you just happen to be occupying the same space. I don't see why you can't. And we're like, okay. So, like, I don't know where singlets are getting the information that alters can't date when my therapist is like, nah, dude, you're chill.
Vex being a simp for Tia is the reason that the system got found out.
That's such a fucking mood, though.
Because he was like, "Oh no, Tia's in trouble. Tia needs help. I must actually reach out and talk to her."
That's hilarious. God, I'm dissociating. Hold on.
And then he kept just flirting with her. It's like, stop asking questions. Let me just flirt with you.
I don't know how to explain what happened between Kari and Carter. It was like they were completely like they were just talking, and then they started laughing, and then in the headspace they kind of merged for a second, and it freaked them out, and then they split back apart, and were like, it was kind of like a Steven Universe fusion. It was kind of like how Ruby and Sapphire got together.
Yeah.
It was kind of like that, and it was super fucking weird, and we didn't know how to like do anything about it. Like, we didn't know what to do. We were confused. We were overwhelmed. We were like, I don't know. It was all sorts of weird. But then our therapist was like, no, like, I don't see why. She's like, there's nothing that I have ever seen that says you shouldn't be able to do that. And we're like, okay.
Because it's like, when you're sharing the same body, you spend all of your goddamn time together.
Yeah, and that you can either fall in love with someone that way, or you can just hate their fucking guts. There are some people that I want to strangle in my system sometimes, but it's fine.
Yeah, that's the mood.
But it's like, we have like, I have like an introject of so many people in my family. I have an introject of my father, who we don't view as a father figure, as we view like the introject of our mother as a mother figure. We don't really view him as a father figure. Although, given the fact that he disagrees with all of my father's actions, we probably should. We also have an introject of my sister. We have two introjects. Two introjects. One introject of two of my sisters. Actually, I think Ashley fused in the big fusion. Did she fuse in the big fusion? I don't know. I'm not looking at that right now. That's not a tangent I need to go down. The big fusion was... Oh, the big fusion.
Ain't it fun?
It's so fun. Honestly, we could have a whole episode on fusion.
Yeah.
Oh, this is just a complicated topic. It really is.
Yeah. Fusions are weird.
Yeah. God, Bringo Ball.
Bringo Blah. Oh god. I think we have like a partial interject of our mother. And I think a partial interject of our father. And we have a lot of like sibling relationships in the system.
Yeah.
A lot of twins for some reason. I don't understand why we have as many twins as we have, but a lot of twins.
We had more twins, but a lot of our twins fused. Hilariously, not all of them fused with each other. And the one that just got left behind just hated it. Because they're like, dude, that was my sibling.
Like, bro, how could you?
But they're fine. They're fine. They just view the fusion as their older sibling now instead of their twin. which is like a dynamic we like forget about a lot because they don't interact very often because like of age gap, but like it's just Bringo Ball. Sorry,
it's all good. Oh man, I also feel the brain go blah. Oh yeah, another two people I found out were dating today is we found out that we had a dib because we already knew we had a sim, and apparently they're dating.
I think our newest relationship is Celeste and Abigail. Because Celeste is just fairly new. But we have like, I'm trying to like think, but I can't because we're so switchy.
I thought that there was, I think, two alters that were divorced, but then I just got informed, no, we're not divorced. He's just a cheating bastard. And so am I.
That's a fucking mood.
Sounds like you two are in a very loving relationship, I guess.
I've never cheated. I've been cheated on.
Is it really cheating if my wife knows I'm doing it?
It depends on if she consents or not. We had people who were married, but then Jasper fused because Alice and Jasper were married. Okay, no one was going to tell me that Elizabeth and Adam got engaged. Cool.
It's like, thanks for telling me now, guys.
Apparently they didn't even know until, like, a couple days. I don't know. Complicated. Until, like, a couple days ago, I guess. But I haven't been here for a couple days, so I just... Bringle blah. We're like really bad. A protector and a persecutor who are dating in our system is so weird sometimes. We had a caretaker and a persecutor dating. That one was a weird one. That was Jamie and Jason. When Jason was still around. And Jamie, when they were both still around. So that was like back in like November, December era of the system when we didn't have a host. But that one was a really funny relationship. Because it was like definition of opposites attract. Like he was super freaking angry and like dark clothes and like classified himself as a demon some of the time, and she's just like pink, yellow flowers. I'm going to hug you now. And we're like, and you ended up with this bastard? How'd that happen?
I just got informed of someone else's existence.
Oh no!
another goddamn OC interject.
Gotta fucking love it.
Because just found out that apparently Ludus's girlfriend, Angela, is also in the system. So cool.
Either of you have any human alters who see animal alters as like their pets? We have a dog alter who's almost seen as like the system pet kind of thing. So we have a cat who his specific purpose is to be taken care of. So but he's not like a pet in the headspace. He fronts for other people to take care of him because that's his purpose.
I know we have a cat, but I don't know if the cat is anyone's pet.
Yeah, and our dog is a protector, so like I can't. I don't know how. Not to say it's not like I'm not saying it's impossible, but like it's not in my experience. But like. Whoa.
We have a crow demon named Cat, and he's my bitch. Does that count?
Just and he's my bitch. I don't know why I'm so out of it.
It'd be like that. Sometimes brains just stop functioning. Who needs a fully functioning brain? That sounds like a myth.
It really is. But yeah, the newest relationship in our system is me and Abigail. I don't know if it's like an age thing, because like we're both like because like she's 18 and I'm 19, so like I don't know if it's like an age thing. I don't know if it's like a personality thing, but it was just like one night it was just I was sitting there and then suddenly it was just like, hey, you suddenly have a significant other now. And we're like, okay, that's fine, because like our brain just does that, and we think it helps with fusion and integration. And so it just like pairs us up like that, and sometimes in more than one. But so it was just like I was like, okay, I'm like kind of looking for a significant other, and then it was just like Abigail, and we're like, okay. I'm
government assigned significant other.
Government assigned significant other. Jesus Christ. Just brain assigned SO. Rip. I actually kind of want to look through the list and see who's all, because I am just curious, and at least the ones we want to discuss.
I don't even know who all in the system is like together. I don't know either. The main ones I know about are me and Vex, Neff and Eros, Artemis and Luna. I'm pretty sure Mr. No and Amelia are a thing, because they spend all their time together. They do be giving each other them looks.
Hold on, I gotta do something. Okay.
You ever just hear, we're gay best friends and sometimes we kiss?
That's hilarious. Mika and Rin are together. Michael's saying he's with someone, but not telling me who. Serena's with too many people. Serena and C are with too many people.
Sometimes it be like that.
Oh,
I think Bongo and Circus are a thing. That makes sense. Of course the clowns are dating.
Camden is also with too many people. Colin's with a couple people.
A lot of our, like, introjects are dating each other.
Our introjects, like...
a lot of our introjects will split their significant other, because it's just like, okay, cool.
We had Dean and Cass, and they were together. I'm trying to think of, like, if we have any other...
Because I know we have Emma and Ixo together.
Grell is infatuated with Sebastian.
Of course.
Of course. I'm not sure if Sebastian reciprocates it or not. Because he isn't telling me. Because I'm pretty sure he doesn't want Grell to know. Sophie and Elizabeth are both with Adam. I'm trying to think of, like... Is this some drama? No, this is just, like... kind of... It's complicated. Like I said, Thomas and Carter are together. I have no idea who that is. Who the fuck is Odette? And when did she get written down? Rip.
I feel that. I think... God.
Yeah, let me...
There's so many people in the system that are all dating each other.
Is there an underscore in your Twitch name?
No.
Oh. Someone asked your Twitch. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. But, let me... I looked at relationships, but I didn't look at family dynamics, because I'm stupid. We have an uncle-nephew relationship, but we don't exactly know how it works because he doesn't front. I don't know. He has fronted a total of like 4 times, and it's to leave us notes or to leave videos, and then he leaves, and we don't know. We have complete amnesia with this altar, so we have no idea. So it's very fun. I also just got an email from a professor, and I'm like, it is 11 p.m. Go the fuck to bed. We have 2 interjects of our mother at like different points in our life. Derek and Penelope kind of have a fling going on. I don't know if they're together or not, but they definitely have something.
Mm-hmm.
They've never, like, actively talked to any of us about it. A lot of our littles will think of, like, Elizabeth or, Elizabeth specifically as their mom. I think the new little, that's because like Sophie is pregnant right now in Headspace, so I think that new little is going to think of Sophie as the mom, obviously, because Sophie is the one having the baby. That's just a whole interesting dynamic in and of itself, and I don't know how it works, so I'm not getting into it.
I feel that.
I don't know why pregnant alters form. I don't know what purpose they serve. I have no fucking idea. But that's how we've gotten.
As the host was once a pregnant alter and had a child. That was really weird.
Yeah, I don't get it.
That's just how the brain decided that's how that split was gonna work. Brain decided you need brain babies.
I had someone non-system compare intimacy between us to incest, and that really fucked us up for a little bit. Yeah, someone did that to us on fucking Fake Disorder Cringe. And that was when Kari, Colin, and Carter were still together. And that was like, they were like that. They're like, isn't that like incest, like self-incest? And I was just like, no. It's not. We're different people.
That's not how incest fucking works.
Also, we're not related to one another. We just happen to share a body. Whoa. Like,
it's a goddamn relationship that's happening all in the same goddamn body. Why do you feel the need to butt into it?
Right. But like, but yeah, like the pregnant alter thing, like that's how we've gotten our last like 3 littles. Is someone just, yep. Don't know why. It makes weird relationship dynamics. Because like a lot of the kids don't think of each other as siblings. Like, and like the 2 newest littles don't think of each other as siblings, even though they came from the same person. The same, like they split off of the same person. Like they don't think of each other as siblings. I mean, a lot of our littles do think of each other as kind of like cousins. But it's like, you know how you call your friends cousins?
Yeah.
It's that. But it's like, sorry, I'm dissociating.
I feel that.
But like, people try and fake claim people with like family dynamics in their system too, but like Multiplicity in Me has a married couple with kids in their system. And they're like one of the like most trusted systems in the community.
People just like to look at any symptom of this disorder and go, that means if you experience the symptom, that means you're faking it.
Yeah.
It's like you can't have a good time. You can't date each other and like each other. You're supposed to hate each other and fight for dominance over the body.
Yeah, and be miserable all the time and just be stuck in, absolute hell. And I'm like, it is absolute hell. You know what's making it manageable? My fucking headmates. But there are some times where they're making it unmanageable.
One of my favorite things to say is, this disorder isn't fun and games all of the time, but that doesn't mean that it's not fun and games some of the time.
Mm-hmm. Everything's fun and games some of the time. Like, you could take the most screwed up thing you think of. And it is still fun and games at least 1% of the time.
Yeah.
Like, you can do it once and it'll be fun.
A little bit of fun and games is allowed.
A little bit. It's all fun and games until you get caught. I don't know. I'm stupid.
I feel like alter dating is like, it's a good thing. It helps alters like have stronger communication with each other, and if you're dating the person that you're sharing a body with, you're more likely to be helpful.
Yeah. Because you'll know what needs to happen. I think Singlet's not understanding of being crappy to systems is why most systems date other systems. Yeah. Sorry, there's like something in my freaking eyeball right now. I'm like suffering. I'm driving the struggle bus right now. But
and like even family dynamics and systems, especially for systems who go through trauma in regards to their family, which a lot of systems
do
family related trauma because it's a disorder that you get from childhood trauma.
Yeah.
And when you're a child, who are you around? Your goddamn fucking family.
Literally. And like your kid brain is going to rationalize things how it best sees fit. So families, if you see a family and you're watching TV and there's all these nuclear families and you're like part of a family and like all this other shit, like even if you're not part of a family, all these things on TV and media representation are going to show you what the ideal quote unquote family looks like. But like I don't even know what I was saying. Sorry, my brain. You can always ask it, and if it's too much, I can just say no. But like you're just going to absorb all of this family media and family structure stuff, and so of course your brain's going to be like family. Yes, especially if that's something you desperately crave.
Not to mention, like, we were raised super Mormon. And like family is one of the big things.
Oh yeah.
To Mormons, so.
Oh yeah. Like that's like.
It's like when you're raised thinking that family is number one, family is what's most important.
Right.
You're gonna end up with a lot of families in your brain.
You right. You right. Alright. Just waiting for this question to come in, and then I think we will be wrapping it up for the night. I don't know how to answer that. So I'm not sure how to answer that in a podcast way.
Yeah.
Are you looking at chat right now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad that I don't have to read it. Because I'm just gonna say yes and we'll leave it there.
Same.
No one has to know.
And this is why you should catch us filming these podcast episodes live on Twitch.
Because then you can read chat. Alright. Alright. Any final thoughts for us?
Cultures dating each other is valid and it happens literally all the time. It doesn't mean you're fucking faking.
It is literally like, and it helps so much in our experience with fusion and integration. And like it has helped so much with our healing process. And so like don't let fake claimers like get you down if you're in a relationship internally, because shit's nice.
It's nice having a partner who knows exactly what my type is,
knows exactly your needs,
knows exactly what I need, what I want, what's good for me, like how to help in my specific situations. Like it's nice. It's
nice.
Sometimes dating people in your brain is just better.
Like there are some drawbacks, I will admit, but like for the most part I don't mind. I like it's really made us happier. And like we still get lonely and things like that, and we would still prefer to have a partner externally.
Yeah.
But it's just, how our brain is coping with things.
Yeah. And that's the reality. That's the thing about this disorder, is that it's to help you cope with shit.
And especially like, yeah, there's family dynamics, but like you also take into real, like once you get older, like your trauma doesn't stop. So like, and once you have DID, you always have DID, so you'll just keep splitting. So like we have like relationship trauma. And so, like, a lot of our relationship trauma has been helped by having these internal relationships. And so it just makes sense. It just makes sense. But yeah. So, anywho, that is it for this podcast tonight. Thank you all for joining us.